Hello and welcome. We're continuing in our study through the book of Ephesians. Today we're going to be studying from Ephesians Chapter 6. Hello, my name is Keith Thompson. I'm with the Armadale Church of Christ, and we're here once again in beautiful Bali. In Ephesians Chapter 6 we get a great deal of wonderful teachings. We're going to focus now on verses 10 to 13. Notice what we read there. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. Put on the full armour of God so that you will be able to stand firm against the schemes of the devil. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, against the powers, against the world forces of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of wickedness in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the full armour of God so that you will be able to resist in the evil day, and having done everything, to stand firm. You know, one of the things we as humans fool ourselves with is that we think we're so strong, we're so powerful, we can do all things. When in reality we're weak and feeble. We need to be humble and recognize that only God is all powerful. But as a Christian, we have God as our Father. So therefore it says, finally be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. You know, we become strongest as Christians when we bow down humbly on our knees and pray to the Lord for his strength. Because he is all powerful. We need to rely on him. Verse 11, put on the full armour of God so that you will be able to stand firm against the schemes of the devil. Further on down in this chapter, the Apostle Paul goes on to explain more about this full armour of God. But I just want to focus on these verses at this time and the strength that we get from God. Of course, the image that the Apostle Paul gives us is of a Roman soldier and his armour. And one of the things the Roman army and their Roman soldiers were famous for is not retreating. But you see, the devil wants us to retreat. The devil doesn't want us to stand firm. The devil wants us to retreat, to surrender to him. But we have the armour of God. Notice, not our armour, but the armour of God, so that you'll be able to stand firm against the schemes of the devil. In the next verse, Paul goes on to explain this more. Verse 12, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the powers, against the world forces of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of wickedness in the heavenly places. Do not let this fact escape you, but we are fighting a spiritual warfare. The devil is out to get us, and he will use all the tactics at his hand. And we need to realize this, and we need to stand firm with the strength of God and the full armour of God. And so we go on there. Verse 13. Therefore, take up the full armour of God so that you will be able to resist in the evil day, and having done everything, to stand firm. We can resist the devil. And that's an important thing that we need to realize. Some people will tell you, oh, the devil made me do it, as if the devil were all powerful. No, only God is all powerful. The devil was defeated on Calvary. He makes out that he is powerful, but he is a liar and the father of lies and a deceiver. But let us take up the full armour of God so that we can stand firm against the schemes of the devil. We can resist him, and when we do, we have a wonderful, wonderful result. In the book of James, in James chapter 4, we read there in verse 7, submit therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Two things we need to notice here. That we need to submit to God. We need to recognize that he is God, that he is all-powerful, but he also is a loving, merciful, just God. He's full of grace. And he has given us a Son, Jesus Christ, so that we can have our sins forgiven. Submit to God because he truly is worthy. That's the first thing. The second thing is resist the devil. We put on the full armor of God so we can resist the devil in the evil day. So to resist the devil is simply saying no. Jesus said at one time, "Get behind me, Satan." And those are good words for us to say, even just think in our mind when we have temptations, when Satan is trying to get us to fall or fall back or retreat. Get behind me, Satan. Submit therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. You see, if we do those two things, submit to God and resist him, the devil has no power over us whatsoever. Stand firm, therefore, in the strength of the Lord. Well, that brings us to an end of this video. Thank you very much once again for being with us. As always, we love to hear from you, and just write down in the comments below. Lord willing, we'll be back next week. Come and join us. We thank you, and goodbye for now.